New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. We're going to begin with this. First and foremost, why can't Konami make cards anymore? What? They were trying to build a card. My father had tears in his eyes and said, we forgot how to translate. So what's going on here? Well, the short of it is, due to a manufacturing error, the disgusting EU prince of Giga Phantasmal Lord forgot that Phantasmal is in the name. That's important for a significant amount of cards in the archetype, so they are going to allow you to mail back a copy of the Chaotic Sacred Beasts to get a copy of the Chaotic Phantasmal Sacred Beasts. Very funny. Really, really funny. Welcome back, Neo Daedalus. Nothing ever changes. Although we will have a new friend for Neo Daedalus shortly. All right, next up. New Gorz! This is called Emissaries of Darkness. And I guess that's Gorz and Lady Gorz. That's just not how Lady Gorz looks, though. I hate to be like this. We know what Lady Gorz looks like, and it's not that. Like, who is she? Not Lady Gorz. All right, if you take battle or effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do gain 2,000, then you can apply one of these effects. Special summon an Emissaries of Darkness from your hand, deck, or graveyard, or destroy up to 2 opponent's attack position monsters. During the end phase of this card with special summon this turn, you can target a trap in your graveyard, set it. You're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops for me to be willing to play Gorz in the year of our Lord 2020. But I think it's not bad. You know, it's kind of frustrating in that, like, this card is only good if your opponent doesn't know you have it. And so you probably have to max out on it and just have it in your hand. There are situations where you can get it onto your side of the field without your opponent having to attack, because it's not if you take battle or effect damage from your opponent's card. So, like, theoretically, if you have, like, a deck that requires you to take effect damage over the course of its combo, you can, like, special this card from your hand, and then you either get 2 7s or you can pop an opponent's established board, which means that it's, like, maybe a breaker in, like, I don't know, Valmonica? But I don't give a shit about that. That's definitely not like, oh my god, finally. It is going to be funny to be like, that's right, Valmonica is now meta. Valmonica can make Diablosis with this. Well, not here. Is paying life points taking damage? No. Next up. 3 new cards, including a new tune. That's what they needed. First up, Misstic Call. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can discard a spellcast monster or a spell trap. Special summon this card with banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is normally special summoned, you can banish a level 4 spellcaster monster from your deck. During the end phase of this turn, add it to your hand or special summon it. Fine. Cartoon Shade. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand if a monster that can't be normal summoned or set is on the field. You can only special once per turn. If special summoned, you can add a monster with 2,000 attack or defense from your deck to your hand that can't be normal summoned or set. If this card on the field is tributed, you can target a card on the field or up to 2 if you control a monster with 2,000 attack and defense. Return it to the hand. So this one isn't the TCG exclusive Pendulum also called Shade? Shade the Obscure? It is. They've decided what they're going to do is the good free agents are going to be called Shades. That the good free agents are going to be called Shades. I don't know. I think this card's really interesting. Obviously, it's meant to be played in Drytron, right? Like, you have a Drytron in field, you special summon Shade, you go get another Drytron, then if it's tributed, which, you know, there's a million ways to do it, you can bounce cards. Now, I will say, this not being a machine kind of sucks. But other than that, I like it. This is a Flower Guardian card. How could this don't all the Flower Guardian cards lock you? All right, next up, Cursed Paper Retribution. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Target a monster you control and a face-up monster your opponent controls. Destroy your monster and negate the opponent's card effects until the end of the turn. If this set card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a face-up card your opponent controls and negate its effects. This is going to go crazy in Genesis. Really cool card for Genesis. Very bad in TCG. Next up. Play Bingo with Bingo. All right, this is Bingo card. Choose a monster in a column whose zones are occupied. Destroy as many cards in that column as possible. Then each player draws 1 card. Banish this card from your graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Destroy 5 monsters in your main monster zone, or 5 cards in your spell and trap zone. Draw 2 cards. Destroy 5 monsters in your opponent's main monster zone, or 5 cards in their spell and trap zone, and they draw 2 cards. That's fun. That's fun. Kind of the fucked up part about this card is the good version of it, the one where it blows up your opponent's board, can only activate if they don't read this card, if they're just illiterate. I guess you can give them monsters if you're playing like Sacred Beast, you give them, or Blitzclick, you keep giving them tokens. I don't think this card is pretty good. It's miserable. Marfa's in chat whining about the fact that there's no BA support, but Mega Gamer X has the response, which is, were you not entertained by Mutiny in the Sky? All right, next up. Make a profit off the dead with Corpse Seller Crow. This is a trap card. Send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard up to the number of traps in the graveyards with different names, max 4, that apply one of these effects. Special summon one of the monsters sent to the graveyard, set one of the spell traps sent to the graveyard except Corpse Seller Crow. If a quick play spell or trap is sent, it can be activated this turn. This card's very, very interesting. I'll be completely honest here. I think they could unban Sixth Sense tomorrow and it wouldn't be good. This is not as good as a Sixth Sense. I don't think it's as good as Needlebug Nest. The argument is, like, it is a card you would play in the 60-card paleo pile that Josh is just sort of perennially fucking with. And then you can set one of the paleos you hit, and then it's immediately activatable. In that situation, that's pretty good. Like, that is not bad. I do like that a great deal. I don't see it seeing play elsewhere. Name getting giga changed for the TCG? They'll say Corpse. Maybe they won't. Next up. Dive deeper with Coralianektes, the Shimmering Shining Dragon. Is this supposed to be the Codaris retrain? Level 7 Water Sea Serpent effect monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can reveal it and another water monster in your hand, special both, and you're waterlocked. Your opponent can't target water link monsters you control with card effects while you control Umi. Wow. So first off, shouts out to that second effect, just shouting out Umi. It really gives it a lot more playability. Secondly, I really like this card. Am I fucked? So people are saying better than Poplar. It is a little different, because if it's just him, then you can't summon it, correct? You have to have another water. You will have another water. But if it's just him, you can't summon it, which does make it a little different. Still, this is quite strong. There's a lot of cards in that Umi deck and in Water in general that just suffer from a lack of being able to be summoned. I mean, decks were playing that Ice Jade that frees guys out for a while. I think this has a lot of potential. Obviously, I'm immediately thinking of Coelacanth, but just playing it in the Umi deck might be fine. That Umi deck's looking interesting, by the way. They are trying very hard to make me want to play that deck. Can the Mermail stuff search this? That's what Mermail needs. Another way to summon a monster from the hand. You can search this. I don't know if you would. Probably better than, like, Lapis Dragon, right? Yeah. Thus ends new cards PogChamp, but Chad is asking me to check out the gorgeous new Rush art, so I guess I will. Is it the stars that started it all? Is that what you're talking about? It's either that or Headliner of Raining. Let's check them out. Man, why don't we get these fucking cards? Oh, this is so nice. Look at the grass coming out of the text box. Oh, wait, I found the last remaining labyrinth. She's trapped in Rush Duel. All right, bye. Dude. Sure. Dude, I love I love Konami art. Yeah, so we have this big burly muscle mommy, and then we gave her like an anime face. This looks like, I'm sorry, this looks like how to draw anime.